Hello everybody, my name is Simon Hill. I'm an American from Louisiana, and I work as an English teacher for learners of it as a second language or as a foreign language, however you want to describe it. I began teaching in Tunisia in 2018 at a small middle school where I taught kids during the day, and then at night I would teach business professionals and then also do that on the weekends as well. When COVID-19 happened, I traveled back to the United States and began teaching online, and I've been doing that ever since. I love my job. I love what I do, sincerely and honestly. Teaching has allowed me to travel the world, see new things, experience new things, learn more about different cultures, appreciate different cultures, learn more about myself, and grow as a man. Very few people in life truly find their passion, truly find what they're good at, truly find the thing that will make them be the greatest version of themselves. I feel like I am lucky enough to have done all three of those things by teaching English. Now, the funny thing about teaching isn't something you do to make money. Last time I checked, LeBron James made more than the best teacher in the world ever will. But we live in a capitalistic world, and we all need money to take care of the basic necessities of life, as well as fulfill our pleasures and wants. With that said, and despite the low pay that I get, I do pretty well for myself through my primary companies that I'm contracted to work for, the one in Chile and the one in Peru. I work very hard to make sure that I'm the best breadwinner that I can be for myself and also for my wife. So I'm not making this video out of spite against the company that I will talk about because I lost my primary source of income. No, I'm just voicing my concern about a company that was my side job, that was very exploitative, and I'm providing free game to all the English teachers out there who want to know about this company. From the tail end of April till today, June 12th, 2023, I worked for a company called Twenix, Twenix. Twenix is a Spanish company that tries to be like the Uber or Lyft or Postmates or Grubhub for English teachers. It's gig work that's exploitative. I knew going into it that the job would be exploitative because I saw the pay and I saw the conditions before I decided and agreed to join the company. But I just wanted to make some extra money on the side. And my hard work showed me that it will not be rewarded in Twenix. For a lot of people, €4 or €4.30 for 26 minutes of work seems like a great deal. Hell, I did 218 classes, so obviously I was trying to get some money. But when you see the unbelievable standard that they hold teachers to, you will realize that this is all a big scam. Twenix demands that its teachers maintain a 4.7 rating out of 5 to remain on its platform. Sounds fair, right? Well, out of the 218 classes I taught, 80% gave me a 5 out of 5, marked as great. 17% gave me a 4 out of 5, marked as good. 2% gave me a 3 out of 5, marked as okay. 1% gave me a 1 out of 5, marked as bad. 0% gave me a terrible score. I told you I'm pretty good at my job. Now, I'm not that good at math, which is obviously why I became an English teacher. But we all know that averages can be skewed out of proportion with extreme numbers entered into it. For example, if I had a 4.9 out of 200 classes that I took and one person gave me a terrible score, 0 out of 0, that could have tanked my scores. Just that one person. Is that really fair? No, it's not fair. If there was a student in school who got perfect grades throughout the semester, they were a straight A student, and then they flunked one test because they were uncoordinated, maybe in bubbling in the multiple choice sheet, we wouldn't turn around and say, that's a bad student or that's a stupid student just because they dropped in their GPA or their grade point average. Secondly, I spoke to 218 different individuals from mostly Spain and Italy. Sometimes people I couldn't understand. Sometimes people that could barely hold a conversation. And 80% of those people said I was a great teacher. 17% said I was a good teacher. If you spoke to 218 random people in the street, I doubt most people could get 80 to 97% of those people liking them. Now, to avoid sounding like a bitter baby mama, I'll be fair to Twenix. Simon, you're thinking, what did the scores say about you that were 3 out of 5 or 2 out of 5 that dropped your average? Maybe you did something so horrible, Simon. Maybe you are the problem. What did those negative reviews say about you? Okay, I'll answer. There was one person who gave me a 3 out of 5. One person out of 218 who gave me a 3 out of 5 who said I did not give them enough help with their English. The people who gave me a bad review left absolutely fucking nothing. Lord, forgive me for cursing. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. If you don't believe me that I got 97% good reviews from 218 students, I will put the pictures in, the screenshots I captured of my reviews right here, right now. Now, as you can see, I got largely positive reviews from a wide swath of people that I spoke to. The majority of people were happy talking to me, getting their class from me. I am not here to denigrate the people who feel upset with the service that I gave them. Everybody has the right to complain, like I'm doing now in this video. Everybody has the right to be dissatisfied with the service they receive from any business. But I'm not here making a 60-second YouTube Shorts video. I'm not here making a 15-second TikTok video. I'm here making an extended YouTube video detailing my complaints with facts and evidence in a concise, precise way. That is the difference. I am not saying that somebody who has a bad experience with a business or its employees or a contractor should not speak out, because that would be hypocritical of me. But firstly, I'm a human being, just like you. And just like you at your job, you have good days and bad days. If somebody feels like they spoke to me on a bad day or they felt like I didn't give them a good class, I sincerely apologize to them. Nobody can do anything 100% perfectly all of the time. Secondly, any business or contractor that deals or talks with a large amount of people will inevitably run across people who will always be dissatisfied with anything and everything. In my country, we call them Karens. Do you think, after me talking to 218 people, that I didn't run across at least one Karen, one person who will always be dissatisfied no matter how great, good, or bad the class is? Really? McDonald's sells the same exact hamburger in every restaurant across the world. Can you believe that there are people that still go online and complain about the Big Mac? And let's address the elephant in the room. As you see from the reviews, those people left no comment as to why they gave me a bad score. There are people in the world, unfortunately, still, who dislike other people who are different than them. There are men who dislike women. There are people who dislike people of other ethnicities and nationalities. There are people who dislike people of different races. After talking to such a wide swath of people, you don't think it's possible that I ran across one person who didn't like me because of the color of my t-shirt. Thirdly, talking to hundreds or possibly even thousands of people and expecting the vast majority of them to like you is very, very, very difficult. Jesus couldn't even do that. Literal Jesus Christ couldn't get the majority of people to like him. That's why they killed him. This company, Twenix, expects you to do 1,500 classes before you can get a 30-cent pay raise for audio classes, meaning that you would go from 4 euros for 26 minutes in an audio class to 4 euros and 30 cents after 1,500 classes. Think about that. Think about how many people you're going to run across in 1,500 classes, and you have to maintain a damn near perfect score. I challenge anybody anybody to cold call or randomly walk up to 1,500 people in the street, and then after you talk to them, have them do a poll after talking to you, and how many of them would rate your interaction with them as great or good or okay. 99% of people on the planet would walk out with maybe a 1.5. Now, looking at the pay and the bonus structure brings me to my next point. Let's say somebody, hypothetically, is watching this video and says, Simon, you can't make 1,500 people like you. You can't make sure you get a perfect score in every class. I can do it. I challenge you to do it, sir or ma'am. Go ahead and do it. But they dangle this bonus structure in front of you when you log into the platform. When you become a Twenix teacher, you go on the platform and you see that, okay, if I hit 1,500 classes, I can start making more and more money. And they have a graduated scale for going up in pay, which is actually good. Companies do need to pay their employees more. But think about this perfect score rating that you have to maintain. Over 1,500 classes just to get to level 2 of teaching is damn near impossible. That's why this company is a scam. They're luring people in with the money and then kicking them out when they can't maintain. I made about $750 in my first month of teaching. In my first month of teaching, I did, let's say, 160 classes, right? Actually, 150 classes. 10 people didn't show up and I got, paid because those people didn't show up. But if somebody really tries to work hard and do this job and they show up for every class and 1 or 2 people give them a 0 or a 1, they're out of there. They're out of there. Their score cannot be maintained. It's impossible to maintain the perfect score rating system that they're creating in Twenix. And that's why this company is a scam. Think about it. Think about it. You could, hypothetically, work at Twenix and do maybe 1 class a day, 2 classes a day. But then at the end of the month, you get what? 100, 200 euros, something like that. Is that something you can live on? Is this just supposed to be a side gig? Are we just supposed to be gig economy workers? No. We should be able to pay our bills, take care of our families, be breadwinners, feed our children off of the work we do, because English teaching is a very important job. If it wasn't important, how come every time I log in, I'm talking to lawyers, doctors, CFOs, accountants, all the other bourgeoisie jobs that are way better than us, but they come and speak to us? Why? Once again, going back to my point about us living in a capitalistic world right now. All around the world, everything is getting more expensive for everyday people, and people have to work harder. Hypothetically, ideally, we should all be getting a fair wage. Our wages should be keeping up with inflation, but it's not. What actually is happening is people have to work harder every single day to put the same amount of bread on the table that they did yesterday. It's not right. But we don't complain about that. We keep on working harder and we keep on trying to make the world better. Every job on the planet, if you don't want to pay people more, at least allow people to work hard to make sure that they can take care of themselves and help your company make millions of dollars off our sweat and our labor. What you shouldn't do is use people and then dispose of them like they're trash. Kick them out the door after you grind them out for their hours. It doesn't make sense. You shouldn't do it, not because it's morally wrong to disrespect people who want to work hard for your company and make you millions. Do it for your own self-interest. Think about it. 97% of the people I spoke with said I gave them a great class or a good class. If this was a company that was selling t-shirts and 97% of the people bought the shirt and said it's a great shirt or a good shirt, and only 3% said it's okay with no reason at all, I'm pretty sure this company would still be selling t-shirts. Instead, this company decides to make 3% of its customers happy. It will upset 97% by firing one of their best teachers. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. You have the majority of people who are happy with the class, but 3 people out of 100 complain. So let's make them happy. That makes sense. But in the mind of this company, this business practice is logical. Teachers are interchangeable, replaceable, menial, low-skilled workers. Teachers are here Monday, gone Tuesday, new teacher by Wednesday. Their logic is, you know what, instead of rewarding teachers who show a lot of work effort, a teacher who shows a lot of ability to teach students and connect with students, a teacher with great command of the English language, instead of paying them more because they deserve it, we can use them up for their hours and then kick them out the door and then replace them with another teacher, and it will be non-distinguishable by our customer base. And that's why Twenix is particularly bad for its students. The students are not getting teachers who have been cultivated and tenured and allowed to grow within that company and learn within that company. No, every time a student on Twenix is talking to somebody who's supposed to be a tweeter, that person just got there last week, and that person's days are counted and numbered because nobody can maintain that system. The people who work as teachers on Twenix might be highly respected, highly professional, have years of experience as educators in the real world, but in Twenix's alternate universe where you have to maintain a perfect gold standard, they become instantly unqualified the minute they fall below the 4.7 golden ratio standard. Think about it. Every student on Twenix is talking to somebody who got the job recently. Where would you rather do business at? A place where every employee says, I've been with this company for some time and it's showed me a lot of respect and I have gratitude for them and I'm here to offer you a great service? Or a place that every employee says, I just started last week. Hey, if you're from Twenix and you're watching this and you want to get mad at me, but you're not the CEO or owner of the company, you're just an employee or a teacher or something like that, I want you to ask yourself this. Do you think anybody from Twenix gives a fuck about you? No, they don't. Nobody from Twenix will come to your funeral, so suck my dick. The exploitation game Twenix is playing goes real deep when you start thinking about who are the people working as teachers. One time, I logged into the platform to do a video class, and one of the students, as soon as he saw this young, handsome, unambiguously chocolate man, said, "You must be from South Africa." That's because many of the teachers that work at Twenix are from the developing world, what used to be called the third world, the poor and dispossessed of the earth. Many of the teachers come from the Philippines, various parts of Asia, various parts of Eastern Europe, such as the Balkans. These are places where wages are low, job opportunities are scarce, and people are trying to make money to feed their families and have a better life for themselves. A lot of people think that because I'm American, that I will be given special privileges or treated differently. But Twenix disposed of me with my red, white, and blue ass like trash. And if they did this to me, I know for a fact that they're disposing of hundreds, maybe even thousands of people weekly who are just trying to pay the bills. And these people come from places where paying the bills is about putting food on the table, literally, not metaphorically. And that's a shame. And this company should be ashamed of how it treats its people. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. In conclusion, life goes on. Shit happens. It is what it is. I just needed this time to bitch and bicker like a bitter baby mama. And boy, was it fun. I still have my health, some wealth, my wife, my life. I just want to let everybody know who is in the industry that I am in, that I love so much, that I appreciate so much, to know this, that we don't deserve to be exploited. We don't deserve to be abused. We don't deserve to be treated like we're nothing, because so many people value us and love us. So many people love their teachers. We bring light into the world. We are one of the few noble professions left. There's no profession more honorable than giving and service, whether that be teaching, whether that be helping people. We do something very important. A part of me is hurt, not because I lost a job, but because I feel like I'm trapped in a world where people who genuinely care about helping others can never seem to catch a break. I'm fighting back the tears now, so I'll cut this short. But my last words will be, Fuck you, Twenix!